This is baby boy Brian Babylon, and I never listen to None Taken.
The following program contains material that is just too cute. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm trying to move my robe to the spot where the sticker is on the microphone, so there's one zebra. Can you see it?
I can see it.
It's like the trick
It's
with
merging.
your thumb where it's
Yeah.
the trick where you make your thumb. I can't do it I'm trying to make. I can't do it looking at the reflection of myself. Look at my thumb's coming off, kids.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, this is how you start an audio podcast.
Yep, totally. That's how you do it.
We got new merch, but I'll show you that later.
Okay.
It's a big week for us, Alan.
It is.
Big week for. First of all, it's birthday week coming up, I guess.
It is. Yes.
Birthday week.
We're
is
almost to birthday
soon.
week.
And to celebrate birthday week, me and Alan will be going up to watch the Running of the Roses.
We're headed to Louisville, Kentucky to watch the Derby.
Lovely Louisville, Kentucky.
Lovely Louisville.
So we are promised good weather. So I stocked up on some essentials just in case. I was told that there was a chance that there'd be partially rainstorms. That's looking less likely, but we're looking at like 60 degrees, like a nice.
Dude, I was so stoked when you texted me that because I was expecting it to be like in the 90s or 100 or something.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's great.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the temperature. I mean, I want to be able to wear a jacket, so I can wear a jacket now. I got a good outfit set up. You
Okay.
wear this hat, you know.
I got a nice corduroy, like button-down snaps shirt.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That'll look good.
Kind of
Yeah.
Western looking, you know.
Nice. Mine's a little Western, yeah.
Okay, all
Excellent.
right.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
The challenge will just be not getting it dirty in the infield. We are going to be in the debauchery. This is the other reason why I brought this up. I brought plastic flasks. So I was thinking we can, so there's a bunch of different sizes. So there's 4 of each size. So we have 4 like this and 4 of the slightly smaller ones here.
Okay.
It's a little smaller.
Okay.
And I was thinking we can just put like whiskey in the small ones, right?
Yeah. Okay. And like a mixer in the big ones.
I was thinking, I mean, since it's so easy to make and it's been such a staple of the show, we can make, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this anymore. We can make N-words.
Oh, Negronis.
That's it. Negronis. Yeah. I still don't feel comfortable saying it. I know that bartender said I could.
Do you think we can get those?
Is N-words worse? You're just moving on past that.
I
don't. Okay. Well, you're the Brown of the show, Alan.
Thanks.
Puerto Rico.
Do you think we can get those past the security
They're
gate?
plastic. They wouldn't know.
They
They'd have
won't
to be
notice.
working. I mean, we got jackets on. My only concern is if I put a pre-made Negroni, if that cap goes off, I'm gonna stain
Yeah.
my
Tape it to your leg, you know, like
I'm gonna put it right. I'm gonna keister it. That's not what that means. I'm gonna put it
that
on
is
my
what
front.
that means.
Well, I'm gonna put it on the front. This is different. Yeah. I'm gonna put it right in the front, and we
Okay.
can have one Negroni each.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to be fancy.
Sure.
And then we'll have another one with whiskey. I mean, you don't have to have a lot of whiskey in there to go. A little goes a long way with that.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll buy some drinks, and then we'll
Yeah.
just top it off with a little bit of whiskey.
I have to get a mint julep there. That's required.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to do that.
God, they must be disgusting there. I mean, imagine a mint julep at the infield of the Kentucky, because people are buying it. That's like getting a hurricane in New Orleans, right?
Right.
Well, I got to get a hurricane. It's like, okay, well, I hope you're ready for a sugar hangover.
There's going to be some horse feces in it probably, but that's fine. We're a horse-themed podcast. It's
You
going to
know
be
what?
okay.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
what's our website, Alan? Where can people go if they'd like to buy this fine merchandise?
None-taken.horse.
Yeah, so I'm wearing the None-Taken kimono that came in.
Yes,
and
lovely.
here, actually, let me. You know what? I didn't intend to do this now.
Oh.
But let me share this. I did a little photo shoot in the backyard, Alan.
Did you? Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and
Oh, very nice. Showing some leg.
Culture War veteran on the back. That's a big print on the back. It looks
That
good.
is.
And you like the big long sleeves, the big wide
Yeah.
sleeves. They droop like sleeve of wizard.
You could wear that to your next BJJ session, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Might get choked out with it. You know, and you can get this at nuntaken.horse, right?
None-taken
That's the show's
horse for
website.
all your none-taken needs. Yes.
So I got to thinking, I was like, you know, I wonder how many sites exist that are like, you know, so the whole reason I ever found out about the .horse domain is because somebody made a Walmart .horse, and it was just like a picture. It was like Walmart's landing page, but there was a picture of like a horse in the middle of it, on top of it, like superimposed over it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, it is funny that you would think that if you're like a huge brand, you would just buy up all the like Trump.
Buy all
Horse.
of them. Yeah.
Trump.horse exists. And I'm like, come on, buddy, you got to own Trump.horse just
Right.
in case, you know? What if you want to have a horse company, you know, Trump horses? You got to have Trump.horse for all your horse needs.
Yes.
Well, what if I told you that Kentucky Derby.horse is available?
That's a crime.
I know, right?
That should not be possible.
I know. You know what? It's registered. It's a broker service, so somebody's trying to sell it to us. Somebody's doing it. That actually makes me
somebody
happier.
parked there and they're trying to. Okay,
Good.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah,
Good.
somebody
That's
should have
way
done
better.
that.
Okay.
Yes,
At least someone's got a fucking
Somebody
brain
had
around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably an AI that bought it. They're like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
to make some money.
Yeah,
off
I'm
this
glad we got
later.
none taken horse before they tried to screw us
Right?
over.
Seriously.
I think that's all I kind of had on a little trip talk. You get here Friday, and then we're going to drive right up. I'll bring my little pocket recorder, and I think I want to bring that into the Derby with us, and we can do interviews while we're there.
Oh, should I bring a microphone or we're good?
No, I have a little. It's like
Oh, the one you use for the Instagram reels.
not even. It's a little handheld wand recorder. It's by Zoom.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
good recorder. Yeah, we'll bring that. That'll be good. I don't know what we'll do. We'll go do man on the street interviews. Like, you know, why are you here? Do you have any horses? Actually, listeners, DM us if you have any any Derby interview
Equestrian questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, equestrian questions. Equestrians. No, that's already
Equestrians.
Equestrians. Equestrians. No.
Equestrians.
I'm having a stroke, huh?
Yeah. I don't know.
Listeners, I am recovering from like the shortest cold I've ever had. Like 6 hours ago, I was like, I can't live. I've got a sinus puffy head. And I'm just like, fine now. It's really weird. But I still don't feel like my brain works. And if
Yeah,
you
there's
keep
some
making
residue,
noises-
perhaps. Yeah.
If you keep making noises in loops like that, like my brain, no good. No, none of that. I think we should start a show. I had a thought that I think can lead into starting the show.
Okay.
Are you looking at the sheet? Because I did write something down, and I just don't want you to look at it. Don't look at it.
I am
okay?
not looking at the sheet currently. No.
Did you know? So, like, it's not anything. It's not any kind of a secret that, especially from Steve Bannon and Trump's even suggested. I mean, he sells his Trump 2028 hats, right?
Yes.
And he's like, it's just to get under their skin. You got to tweak their the TDS out there, right?
Yes. Tweak.
Now I'm thinking of Trump twerking with
Twerking?
that big old dumper of his, man. I bet, you know what? If he had some rhythm instead of just doing his like hand job
Air
dance,
dicking? Yeah.
yeah, if he was down there like elbows out, hands on the knees, elbows out,
I don't think
pop that thing.
I don't
No?
think his knees have the movement potential.
I would love to see it.
I mean, we could make AI do it. It's a thing we could
I
definitely.
need a Trump twerk. I need a Trump twerk.
Okay.
But that's not what I meant to say. I think that there is so it occurred to me. I think there is a very constitutional way for Trump to get on the 2028 ticket, and it's so Trumpian that I actually can't believe me, a mechanic and part-time podcaster, might be the first person outside of like maybe Magazine or Circle to think about it. I would not be surprised if we see this in 2028 if he's amongst the land of the living still.
There's that.
Yeah, Vance.
Oh, wasn't
Trump,
he supposed to die 3 days ago?
You motherfucker, Alan.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Yes.
Vance Trump 2028. And no, it wasn't 3 days ago. It was last Thursday. 3 days ago, you should probably shut up because that was the day of the shooting. So, anyways, I just had this whole buildup to saying Vance Trump 2028. He would be vice president. And then Vance would be like, oh, Malige, I will gladly serve as your humble vice.
Oh, that would be so gross. But yeah, that could totally happen.
And stepping on my jokes. Like, just can't tell that I'm leading up to something. Just interject with that. I do have some good news for you.
Oh, do tell.
And I don't really care if you fucking talk during this one.
Oh. Okay.
You know who else is eligible for president in 2028?
Who?
There is no rule in the book. I've looked. There is no rule that says that the Pope can't be president.
Y'all let me in this damn house.
Leo the president.
2028. Pope. All right, you ready?
I am ready. Are you recording?
Who's running man is?
Vance, of course.
Peter.
All right, well, you want to start a show?
Let's start a show.
That podcast is
See if I
filling
can
your
do
head with
this.
garbage.
No offense taken there.
Well, it sounds like none taken.
I just ain't got the means.
Welcome to episode number 566, free episode of None Taken, the internet's only debate and current events show. Two political nomads from two different worlds. Shout out to Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band for the use of their song Ways and Means for intro music. Thank you all for joining us. At the time of this recording, it is Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. It's a great day for America. We are two coastal elites, here to recap another week of current events and share way too much of our tragic personal life. And we're taking a sledgehammer to the culture war echo chambers. We're coming to you from the shores of the mighty Cumberland in Madison, Tennessee. I'm your host, Credible? I'm your host, Credible. Right over there, 2,400 miles directly by northwest, my good friend Alan, the nature boy, Gator Smith, coming to you from Timbertown, Morton, Washington. Please subscribe right now wherever you're listening to this. You might be thinking, subscribe? I'm listening to you on the podcast. What do you mean subscribe? No, you've already done the major thing. We are in your podcast feed. We're going to show up when we do our next episode. You listen to it there, put it in your playlist, have a good day, listen to the show. But if you haven't yet, head on over to nonetaken.horse or nonetakenpod.com, but nonetaken.horse. It takes you to the same place. I'm going to part the kimono a little bit. Nonetaken.horse redirects to nonetakenpod.com. And once you're there, you can get to you can join the Patreon. That's the very first link there. Join the Patreon. You're going to see a lot more stuff coming out on our Patreon too. We'll do some more short form videos, more stuff on the Patreon because you guys are the ones that keep the show going. So thank you to everyone who has joined. We got a lot of new subscribers. Thank you. And I can't help but think that some of you guys came here from Bob. We grew up on Bob's form of radio because we both kind of grew up on Don and Mike.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Buzz Burbank. I mean, we worship at the altar of Buzz. We do a little bit differently, so you'll have to forgive some crude language. But I think if you like Bob, you're gonna like us.
I think so too.
And everybody that's here, thank you very much. And people who haven't yet, head on over to the Patreon. We make sure that you can join us at the price level that's good for you. So you can enter at $3, $6. I don't know. You can put whatever price, but it starts as low as $3, and you get access to everything. So you get a video. Every show that we do has a video that's there, but also there's a hidden track, which is a whole extra show. We had extra news topics we talked about there. We talked about the Spirit Air merger, things like that. And well, not merger, buyout from the government, whatever that is.
Potentially, sure.
Yeah. And a lot of other stuff we talked about in the hidden track. And it can show up as just a podcast too. If you just like, because I'm one of those people, I don't like watching podcasts. So if you sign up there, you get your own dedicated RSS feed. And if you have any questions with any of that, I love getting bugged about this. You can DM me on Patreon. You can DM me on Instagram. I actually really enjoy being able to like help people that want to get connected to our show. Like, thank you. Like, I really like the show that we make. So if you want to be getting that in all of the ways that you can be, by all means, ask questions. If you scroll a little bit further down, you go to the merch store. I don't have any new merch for you, but what I do have is what we talked about already, which is the kimono is here as we're demonstrating.
Sexy.
Yes, of course. There's the "Please Don't Honk at Me, My Mom Is Dead" car magnets, not car
not stickers.
Yeah, magnets.
Yes.
And I do have this hat, which I'm wearing right now. This is I went and I resized the logo, so I maxed out the logo. So we're logo maxing. It's a little bit bigger. So it's a little bit small on me right now. I agree. This one's Alan's. I'm going to give this to Alan when he comes into town. Happy birthday, Alan. I don't want this.
Oh, thanks.
But you can also, if you want to make Alan happy, you can get Alan's edging service cum towel. So get a cum towel.
Or golf towel. Either. It's dual use.
Yeah, it's dual use. Yeah. I appreciate you trying to like legitimize it, but here's the deal. If you get it as a golf towel, you only need one. But if it's a cum towel, you got to get both, right?
Oh,
yeah. One's in the wash while one's at the table.
Sure.
Or the desk.
Rotation. You need a couple.
Rotation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So head on over to Nonetaken.horse, join the show, be a part of the show. We're grateful to everybody who's there. And I think that's it. Alan, what have you been up to?
Well, also, if you join at the highest level, Dustin will send you something from the store.
Forgot about that.
There is
Yeah.
also that. Yeah, nonetaken.horse for all your none-taken needs. Also, don't forget, support the people that support us. 60.com for all your SEO and marketing needs. And Jeff Hancock Photography for all your photographic needs. I had a fucking great time on Friday.
Tell me about it.
Dude, so I saw these bands, this exact same lineup like a year ago at a dive bar in Chehalis, which is like 40 miles.
Was that the video you sent me?
No, this was the current one.
Because the video you sent me looked like, I mean, okay, I'll wait. I will.
Yeah. All right. So I saw these bands, right? So I followed them on Instagram, or I followed one on Instagram, right? And Lung Duster. And so they advertised that they were having a 420 after party secret show last Friday, April 24th.
Okay. I didn't. That makes more sense based on what you showed me.
Yeah, and it was at a secret location that would not be revealed until like 24 hours before the show.
Okay.
They had a limited number of tickets they were selling. It
Yeah.
was like this sort of underground thing, right? And I was like, sweet, this sounds like a lot of fun. I bought tickets, and then I texted Bobby Ferg, and I was like, dude, I got these tickets. Do you want to go? And he was like, yeah, I'll go. I was like, hell yeah. So I get the address on Thursday, the day before the show, because I didn't know where it was going to be.
Right.
And there's this whole email, and they're like, there was supposed to be a bar, but that company backed out. Sorry, there's not going to be a bar. And they have all these like.
Oh, so there's no alcohol.
Right.
Wait, did they do a BYOB bar? Did they do like a donations
You
bar?
could bring your own stuff, and then one of the bands actually did bring some stuff. You could
do donations bar.
Yeah.
That's a loophole. They do that at burlesque shows.
But then there was like a whole like the instructions for how to get there. Bobby was like, "Well, where is this? What's the address?" And I was like, "I just have to send you this email because
it's like MapQuest. It's like turn left. Okay.
Yeah, it's like park here, and there's an alley, and then you got to go up the stairs, the whole thing, right?
Okay.
All right, so there's all that, right? And so I'm heading to the show. I get to Tacoma a little early, so I decide I'm gonna grab.
Jesus Christ! It was in Tacoma.
It was in Tacoma.
Yuck.
One of the bands.
Is Tacoma still a shithole? It didn't get better, did it?
It's better. It's better.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is better. Speaking of which, so I was like, well, I got to get some food on the way, so I found a little pub called Billy B's Pub, which is like a half mile from where the event was. And I go, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just like in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I pull up, and there's like guys out front on Harleys with like their vests with the motorcycle club patches on. And I noticed them like checking out a dude that's driving by on a Harley
is it
with
Mima?
no, who's driving by on a Harley with also a vest and a patch, and kind of like I was like, oh shit, is something about to happen?
It's about to go down.
Yeah. So I was like, this is a little sketchy, but whatever. I'm here. I'll So I went in. It was a tiny bar. It was like, I don't know, 20 by 20. It was very small.
Yeah. This is Billy B's?
Yeah, Billy B's.
Okay.
There's like a pool table.
Not the venue. This is stopping for food.
Yeah. And so I
You could have got food somewhere else. Right?
I could have, but that wouldn't have been fun. So I
don't
sat at
trust
the
this
bar.
kitchen, man. I don't trust this kitchen.
It was fine. I had clam strips and fries, and I had a
Oh, what is wrong with you?
It was fine.
Oh, you know that fryer's never been cleaned.
I'm sure it hasn't. Yeah.
Oh,
This is definitely a neighborhood bar. Like the bartenders knew everybody's name, and everybody knew the bartenders' names.
Yeah.
And when I sat down, she's like, "I don't know you, so I'm gonna have to take your credit card." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine."
Got it. Yeah.
Anyways, it was fine. So I go to the venue, and literally, like I said, it was like in an alley. Like to get to the venue, you have to go upstairs.
And did Bobby meet you, or did you guys drive together?
He met me at the venue.
Okay.
And as we're walking up, he's like, "Dude, I haven't been to a show like this since like college." And I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty underground shit right here." So you walk up, and it's just like a empty room with like some lighting, and they like have some.
That's weird.
It was so weird, but it was fun, dude.
It wasn't even at like a teen center or something.
No,
like, remember those when
no.
you were a kid?
This was like a upstairs warehouse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you showed me the video, and
Yeah.
there was like a stage where there was like a half step up stage, and they were doing
that.
a cover of
Killing in the Name of.
and I was just like, oh, that's cool. Is this like karaoke, like live band karaoke?
No.
And you're like, no, this is when I was hanging out with Bobby, I was like, oh, this is either a really good time or a really bad time.
It was a
But either way,
really
it's a
good
story.
time. All right, so it was fishy mushroom, which I would describe as like almost
I'm
like
so
a
glad that wasn't your food. I saw that written
No.
down in your notes. Oh, good.
That was the first band. And they're kind of like no effects, kind of like they're
Okay.
kind of like they don't take themselves too seriously. They're kind of funny. They have a song like
Yeah.
One More Beer.
I don't
They have a
care.
Tacoma song. Whatever, it's fun. It was fun. And then Sweetie was like if Kurt Cobain and Mazzy Star had a kid, that would be the lead singer of Sweetie. That was fun. And then Lung Duster, she can sing really good. It was a really fun show. It was a really good time. Dude, it started at 8 and I figured it'd be over at like 10.
Yeah.
I didn't get out of there till like 11:30, dude. It was
It's still not that bad. Ooh, that's a long drive though.
yeah, it was an hour and
What's
a half.
that drive?
back.
Hour and a half. That's not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
That's cool. Great,
Yeah.
man. That's cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Did Bobby tell you had a good time?
He did. He had a very good time.
Oh, good.
And Bobby's like analyzing all the things. He's like
Yeah.
paying attention to the way the drummers, doing the drums
Yeah,
and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah. How about you?
Thank you. Jesus Christ, man. I'm like a vampire. I'm like, I need you to invite me. Like, I felt like shit today, man. Like, I talked about that in the hidden track, so I won't recap anybody on, but I beat off a cold. Yeah. So I ended up leaving work early today, taking a half day in the afternoon. I woke up feeling just like totally different person, though. Like, I took a nap from like 1:15 to 3:15. I was like, whoa, I don't feel like as bad as I did when I
Sleep
fell asleep.
helps.
But like my cold went away. It was weird.
Nice.
It was really weird. I was on call over the weekend. My last of three on call shifts in like a month and a half. And I had a busy Saturday, but nothing crazy on Sunday. We ended up having people over on Sunday. It was nice. Our friend Peach came over and she told this crazy story about a time she had a home invasion and she had to call the cops. And I was like,
What?
oh, that's so funny. I just bought an AK. I was like, oh yeah, Alan, I bought my AK.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's let me show you a picture of it. I'll share it.
Oh.
Look, it's got a little foldable
Okay.
stock on the side there. Isn't that cool?
Do you
Isn't
have it
that cool?
already, or is it coming?
Coming, Alan. That's what's happening. It's coming. So that's kind of a part of the story. I won't waste a bunch of time on this, but I didn't know how long it would take to arrive, and I was afraid it would arrive sometime after we leave next week. So if you bought it online, it's getting shipped, right? And it's serialized, so like it can take a while for that to actually get picked up and for the delivery. So I went to the store that I'm having it sent to, where then they'll transfer it to me. And I was like, how long will you hold this if I'm out of town and I won't be back till the 18th? They're like, that's fine. We'll hold it for 30 days. I'm like, okay, cool. I want to buy this. These keep being out of stock. Like if anytime I found one that I liked, it would be out of stock by the time I go to buy it. So I ended up pulling the trigger on it, so to speak. And sorry. And but then I looked and I just got my tracking information and it's already been picked up and it might arrive on Thursday. So if it arrives Thursday, I can probably pick it up that night, maybe Friday, because they might have to process it. But I might be able to show it to you while you're here. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool.
That'll be fun. I'll have it in the back of the pickup when I pick you up at the airport.
That'll be great
It's a
fun.
pickup ass gun. That's a pickup ass gun.
That is a pickup gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
Nice.
That's kind of all I have. Oh, I'm number 4. I found out when I woke up from my nap, I went and grabbed my wife, Natasha, was like, your phone's been going off while you were taking a nap. It didn't wake you up? I'm like, no, not at all. I was like, honk shoe.
You're out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I go and I look and my phone's blowing up. I got a bunch of texts from like all of my coworkers and emails from like district managers I've never heard of. Apparently I'm number 4 in the company. Like as a tech, like across the board metrics, like
That's awesome,
all
dude.
aggregated. Yeah. Like I know I've been doing well, but like, yeah, it was real. I'm not here to brag about it. Like I have horrible imposter syndrome. It's really surreal, honestly. It's cool to be recognized, but I'm saying that I can't believe it. Like, and then I don't know about you. I'm like, oh great, now I'm gonna have attention on me now.
Right.
So they're gonna be scrutinizing it.
Wait, but weren't you also number 1 at In-N-Out Burger?
I was not that. Thank you. That was maybe the coolest part of the weekend. I went to In-N-Out Burger on Saturday, and I was there the second they opened. They actually, so most In-N-Outs in California, they open at 10. This one said 10:30. So I was standing outside the door at 10:30, and the guy came out. He's like, "Hey, we're open. If you just want to come in and order." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "Is my receipt going to say number 1?" He's like, "It's going to say number 2 because we ran a transaction.
We do a test
through."
transaction. Yeah,
Yeah, something. I was like, "That's fine. That's fine." It was maybe the best constructed burger I've ever had. Where like, you know, like you looked at it. So 2 things. It's a brand new store. So like they still give a shit. And it was like the first one they made of the day. Like the pickles were all framed right. The cheese was rotated. So it was like corners and corners like staggered, you know?
Yeah.
The tomato, it was great. And I was getting my fries light well. They were the perfect doneness. It was fantastic.
Dude, you posted that and I was like, I was so hungry. I was like, I have to go make a burger. I made a burger. I tried to.
Oh, I saw that. It was good. Yeah, it was good. You should imagine how Natasha feels though. She's so mad. I've been to In-N-Out twice since they've got here. She's like, maybe someday you'll take me. I'm like, I'm sorry. There's going to be one up the street from us though. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be cool.
That's lit.
Do you want to do a little comedy clip and then
Sure.
we'll get into some of our news of the week?
Let's.
So this one is in honor of me visiting the UK. Next week I'm going to the UK if you're new. This is Thrash sent this in. This is from a comedian, the Simon Evans. Talking about metric versus imperial system.
Government is constantly interfering in what we choose to eat and, of course, drink. They are constantly telling us how much we should drink, and they tell us it in terms of units, which is an utterly useless measurement for any human being. Who thinks in terms of units of alcohol? Oh, I had a few units last night. Ridiculous. All these new measurements. I tell you, frankly, I've never even been happy with the metric system. Everything evil comes in metric. No one has ever described anything as being 20 centimetres of sheer pleasure, have they? Sexual satisfaction is measured in inches, whereas the pain of cervical dilation during childbirth is measured in centimetres. That's all you need to know. The whole system, as far as I'm concerned. And this is part of the British spirit. And people say, oh, but it's simpler because you have 10 millimetres in a centimetre and 100. It's very, very simple, the imperial system. Anyone with a bit of wit, but you've got 12 inches in a foot, 3 feet in a yard, 1,760 yards in a mile. What could be simpler than that? Anyone with any intelligence can absorb that kind of information by the age of 3. The number 12 is a...
I actually remember my employee number because incorporated in it is 5,280. It's not the only number.
Oh, wow. It's a mile.
I'm like,
okay.
I would not remember my employee number if it didn't have... And also, I know mile because I'm a Denver Broncos fan, Alan. It's the Mile High City.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
a very useful...
Let me back up just a little. Sorry.
The number 12 is a very useful number. It can be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, whereas the number 10 is rubbish. 1, 2, and 5, and you're done. It's a useless number, and it's only in play because we have 10 figures and thumbs to count on, which actually is a fairly biased and arbitrary... There are plenty of people in Norfolk who have 12 fingers. But in reality, I think they may well be the future.
That's pretty good, right?
That's pretty good. Good. You know the reason we have the 12, like the clock system, is because the segments of your fingers, right? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 segments per finger, and you have 4 fingers, and so that's why that's 12. It's 12.
Yeah, I believe you. I'd like to get some... that sounds like something somebody told you. I don't know.
I read it somewhere. I'm sure it's true, Dustin.
Yeah.
The internet never lies.
You know what? You know what else is true? We'll get to it in a second, but the definition of 86, meaning 8 miles outside of town and 6 feet under, it clearly means murdering someone. That's what 86 means. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Those are
That was
other
on
things
Reddit
that
somewhere, I'm sure.
Those are other things. That's the same person that told me that taught me about my hand. Alan, did they teach you anything else about your hand?
Oh, the lines?
I'm trying to get my... All right. Bobby sent in a joke. Can I do one more joke?
Yes,
This
please.
is Gun Week, Alan. This is Gun Week, so gun-related joke.
Okay.
Here we go. I can't wait to try this out on mine.
2 nights ago, I got home and I think somebody used my gun. I don't know. I think someone used my gun because like the barrel tasted weird. So I don't know.
Mike Glazer comedy. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You're not supposed to laugh at that.
It's still funny.
All joking aside, 988. 988 works, apparently. There's a lot of news stories last week. They were kind of like coming up on the anniversary of several years anniversary of 988, and they're saying statistically it seems to have been effective at reducing suicide. Because it used to be like a number. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to live, let alone remember a bunch of numbers. I can remember 988, you know. Anyways, this is welcome. This has been Suicide Chat. Lighthearted, fancy-free Suicide Chat.
No, 988 is really good. And it's helped a lot of people.
Yep.
My sister works at a crisis center, and sometimes she
I feel like I forget that all the time.
Yeah.
That's cool. They forward to her?
They used to. I think it's changed since the sort of
this administration.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Ugh. Can I give you a little how about that? Like, not to like minimize what we were just talking about.
Sure.
This is Jason Pargin. We like Jason Pargin. We
love Jason Pargin.
Yeah, he has like interesting pop culture things. And this is him talking about. Okay, this is gonna blow your fucking mind. In the background, you see it's a scene from Groundhog Day with Phil and Ned Ryerson. There's something about Ned Ryerson that is going to blow your mind, but he's going to set it up just fine. So here we go.
Here's a truly bizarre bit of trivia you can share at your next social gathering. Okay, you know the band Radiohead? It doesn't matter if you're not a fan, you just have to know that it's a band. The name of the band, Radiohead, comes from a song by the Talking Heads of the same name, only 2 words, Radiohead. That song is from the soundtrack of this film, True Stories, directed by David Byrne, the lead singer of the Talking Heads. One of the writers on that film was Stephen Tobolowsky, who has hundreds of credits, but most of you know him from this scene.
Ned! Ryerson!
Neil knows Ned. I dated your sister a couple of times, so you told me not to.
Radiohead is about this guy.
What?
Stephen Tobolowsky claims that he has psychic powers, or at least that he had them in his youth. He said he could pick up tones or vibrations coming off of other people and read their mind. And in fact said his college girlfriend set up a business where he would charge people to read their minds.
No.
Well, he told David Byrne that while working on the set of True Stories. David Byrne wrote that into a film. There's a character that does that. He wrote the song Radiohead about that character, about somebody who can read the thoughts being broadcast from people's minds. Then Radiohead adopted that as the name of their band. So their entire band is named after that guy in Groundhog Day. Also, bonus points for anybody out there who can tell me where Pablo Honey comes from.
I don't know. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
Right?
Wow.
Now I want to know about Pablo Honey. I wish I watched this whole clip before I did that. Yeah.
Literally antennas in your head.
Yeah, well, that's what he says. Pablo Honey, come to Florida, Jerky Boys prank call. Okay. All right. You know what? I believe that. We'll go with that. Jerky Boys, apparently. Button.
How about that?
How about that, Alan?
How about that, indeed?
Yeah. Well, you know what that takes us to?
Isn't that something?
Which is, I think, our first big story of the week. Okay. We are... I've done this before, and people liked it. This show, most people don't hear this until Wednesday. So
Right.
I don't think we need to be here with all the breaking news and analysis on the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday. We will talk about that. We're going to talk about that the entire second half. Okay?
Okay.
For now, we're going to first talk about the breaking news right before. We'll talk about this more tomorrow, I'm sure, in our headlines. But actually, here, do you want to do it as a headline real quick while I set up the clip? Comey.
Oh, James Comey was indicted in North Carolina for his 8647 seashells.
Posting a picture of seashells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Merrick Garland didn't prosecute Trump for everything that he did.
Right.
You know, he took his time and,
Right.
you know, was like, well, got to be really careful. Meanwhile, just ushered in the fascism that literally, and we, you know what, I think we'll come back to more thoughts I have about this indictment while we're talking about.
I have more thoughts as well, which we'll come back to.
Okay, let's play this. I'll give you all the opportunities you need on this. I think
Okay.
much of what I have to say about this actually will come up when we talk about the shooting, because I think it's related to something with that.
Contained a threat to kill the President of the United States. Both of these counts carry a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years.
For the seashells.
I think it's fair to say that threatening the life of anybody is dangerous and potentially a crime. Threatening the life of the President of the United States will never be tolerated by the Department of Justice.
You know what? Honestly, so hot take. I think threatening the life of the president, not like, you know, if posting a picture is considered threatening. I'm just saying, like, if then, using his logic.
Sure.
posting a picture that you think threatens the life of the president is actually something that is tolerated in the United States. I actually do think, and that might be a hot take, but that's not the take that I want to be making. What I want to say is only a mafia lawyer would say that the 86 means murdering the president, means 8 miles out of Las Vegas and 6
feet under,
which is the old school rumor of that, right?
Right.
Only a mafia lawyer would do that. And Alan, who are we talking about here?
Todd Blanche.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
Yeah. I mean, so this is a 3-page indictment, and actually, it's really
is that short?
It's very short, and actually, it's really just 1 page, because the 3rd page is like the signature, and then there's like the intro, and then there's the actual indictment.
Did they word this the same way they worded the ballroom one? We're going to talk about that in the second half. The ballroom lawsuit.
Not exactly,
Okay.
but it's very
does it look
clearly
like a Troth Central post?
It does, and it's very clear. Like I cannot imagine any court just not throwing this out immediately. Like, it's such bullshit. And they talk about, like, he transmitted this across state lines. They charged him for that.
Yeah.
And that potentially he made money on it, which I don't think he made any money on the fucking Facebook post.
Tell me what would be illegal about that?
They say they're going to take back any proceeds he made from it in the indictment.
How are those illegal proceeds?
I don't. Okay. They're not.
Last time I checked, selling a picture is not illegal.
No.
Or using a picture to promote something that is not.
No, and also, just in retrospect, he took it down.
Aren't they the people that were like, hey, these guys are allowed to stand outside their house with guns during a protest?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The same people.
Okay.
Yeah. He took the post down immediately after because people got mad, and he went on television and said, look, I didn't mean that. The Secret Service called him. He spoke to the Secret Service that night.
That's kind of bitch sauce there. He probably didn't have to. Yeah.
The night after he posted this, the Secret Service called him, and he said, no, I didn't mean it that way. Like, I don't.
Yeah, it would never be taken that way. That's not what it means. 86 means it's out. Like,
you get kicked
it's
out
at a restaurant. It's like, you're either kicked out or we don't have it on the menu anymore.
When they 86 you at a bar, they kick you out. If something on the menu, if 86 the lobster means you got no more lobster, that's all that means.
It doesn't mean they killed all the well, I guess it technically does.
Well, sure. Yes.
Again, only a mafia lawyer would say that. And why do I call him that, Alan?
Because he's Todd Blanche, and he was Trump's former lawyer.
Exactly. And Trump was very obviously mob tied, right? Like, I don't think there's any question about that. Or at least he was as much as he could. Like, he definitely wanted to be more so, but
mob adjacent.
Mob adjacent. Yeah. New York real estate guy from the 90s. I mean, 80s and 90s. I mean, you don't get through that without having some kind of connection with that. I mean, you have to have relationships with trades, and the people that ran the trades during that time period were all mobbed up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have to explain that.
No.
I do want to. Oh, hold on.
Isn't that something?
That is something.
I do. It is something, and it'll be in our headlines show later on this week. I want to talk about Iran.
Okay.
So there's still plenty that's going on with Iran. And just keep in mind, whenever we say Iran, we mean the distraction from the evidence that was coming out that Donald Trump had relationships with a 14-year-old girl, and that the FBI had interviewed them several times, and then Trump was like, whoa. And I don't care if you think that that's not that is the flow of things. Like, it had been alluded to, and they were like,
that's the timeline.
That is the timeline. Like, as soon as that started getting corroborated, that's when they were like, you know what, this buildup's gone on long enough. Let's just start bombing them, and we'll say it's Israel's fault. Okay, so Trump has gone from. Wait, let me get rid of this image. Don't have to look at Todd Blanche. You look at a zebra. That's cute.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
better.
So Trump's gone from, we're going to help the protesters. Remember at the beginning of this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Trump's gone from, we're going to help the protesters. Hey, protesters, go do a regime change. We're going to be right there with you. To, we're going to end your civilization.
Right.
To, actually, we're going to do a joint venture with the people we told you to do a regime change with, as long as that opens the strait back up. I mean, at one point he said that. Now, he's not saying that currently, but he said that in between the time that he said we're going to end your civilization and we're rejecting your
they were
proposal
going to share the tolls.
He said this. Those are his words.
Yes.
He's like, we're going to do a joint operation with the regime change regime that we demanded that the people overthrow. Like, okay.
Right.
All right. But then when they do offer to actually open up the strait, he's like, no. So the newest offer from the Iranians via the Pakistanis is to reopen the strait but nothing about a nuclear deal, and that essentially would end the war, right? It would end hostilities.
And that the U.S. has to stop their blockade, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iran wants us to stop our blockade, the U.S.'s blockade. And in exchange for that, America gets the straight return to how it was before the war took place. Now, me and you can laugh and say how stupid it was to go down this path to get there. If they want to tell themselves, their base will believe them that they gained something from that, right?
Of course.
All these dead ayatollahs, all this infrastructure that was blown up, they can spend this in a way that, and like rather than just taking this as a W, this administration is seeing this as a sign that the Iranians are desperate. So what do I mean by that? So like they're talking about the real estate guy, Donald Trump, right? He heard from J.D. Vance when he did the first round of negotiations that Iran was basically broke. And so that's why you heard the rumors that we were offering them $20 billion because we're like, well, sounds like you're broke, boys. We'll give you $20 billion. That'll end the war, right?
Yeah. And we'll drive by with the Lambo and you're going to get in.
They didn't ask for that. They didn't ask for that.
No.
Trump is just so purely materially focused that he couldn't imagine other motives being driving them. So he's like, we'll give them $20 billion. This war will be over, right? And then we'll get the nuclear. We give you $20 billion. You give us the nuclear. We get rid of the lift embargo. Why don't we have that? We should have that from Bartertown. Lift embargo.
So we throw missiles at it, and that doesn't work. And then we should throw pallets of cash at it and see if that works. But not
necessarily. Okay, there's a problem there. The one thing that Trump doesn't want is physical pallets of cash because that was his whole thing.
Yeah.
The JCPOA,
that'd be a problem,
right? But I do wonder, like, can he give them like wallets of Trump coin?
I bet he can.
Okay.
Or a stake in that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And so like really like where we're at right now is that it's the time for diplomacy. And what we're seeing is we're sending two real estate developers over there. So we're not going to see diplomacy.
You don't think two real estate guys can just like hammer this out over the weekend?
It's so frustrating that they're like he's like, hey, we're not going to send them. It's like, okay, because you're going to send over people that are actually like negotiators, right? Like why? Like I know that this is mostly a rhetorical question, but is the Department of State really submissive? I can't read it. Subservient to the Department of Defense?
I think Rubio would take a lot of issue with that.
But is it not true? Like our Department of State doesn't do anything that the DOD wouldn't tolerate, right? Like they're not going to make a deal that the Department of Defense wouldn't have.
Because Trump, yes.
I think not just that. I mean, I think that goes beyond Trump as president. I think the war machine has more of a final say than a Secretary of State.
Like in a top-down bureaucracy, like if your Department of State is supposed to deal with state issues, DOD is supposed to deal with defense issues, right? Yeah. And so like that's not how that's supposed to work, but it's how it's working here. Yeah. I just want to. You talked about the fact that we're sending some real estate developers over there to negotiate. JCPOA took like 2 years to negotiate.
Like 2.5.
Yeah, with like people who actually like were negotiators.
Yeah, we give John Kerry a lot of credit for being there, but like there was shoot, I'm blanking on her name. But
there was a whole team of people.
Yeah, he wasn't actually the lead on that. The Wendy Sherman was the lead negotiator for that. And like her, and she actually came out against Israel's role in this lately, actually.
But just I'm pointing out that there was a whole team of people.
No, what I'm saying is that is a person who's a professional negotiator and diplomat.
And that took 2.5 years. Yes. And they think they're going to knock this out over a weekend with some golf. I don't know.
And real estate developers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
It's not.
Although there are signs that so the people who run the budget in Iran are not the people who are making decisions about whether or not there's a fighting or a ceasefire, right? The people who run the budget are not necessarily the military. I mean, at least anymore, right? Right. So the IRGC is in charge of the government in terms of
they are the government de facto.
Yes, right. Yes. But they're not the people that decide the budget, right? So it's kind of like our government, where it's like, look, the army will just like, if the Pentagon is going to commit to things, it doesn't matter. We'll tell the Congress to find the money later, right? Like, we're going to go create these wars, and then we're like, well, we need money for it. Okay, well, what, you're going to not support the military? They're at war right now. Like, that's how we've got here, and you can't raise taxes either. So, so they're kind of in a similar spot where the people that are making these decisions aren't the people that are running the campaign, right?
Right.
So that's what. So where does that leaves us? It's not necessarily in a stalemate, but if I may coin a term that I probably stole, we're in a bit of a sitzkrieg.
What is this?
A sitzkrieg. It's like a blitzkrieg, but we're sitting.
Oh, okay. A sitzkrieg.
Yeah. I thought it was going to take explaining.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I like it.
Sitzkrieg. I was looking forward to that one, but I knew it was going to be a tough one.
Sitzkrieg.
Krieg.
Yeah, we're in a sitzkrieg.
Krieg. So, and then if you look at it, this war, all this war has done is breathe life into like a dying regime, right? Like when this all started, don't you remember me and you were like, guys, like we could have just waited like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They might have just like, it was collapsing. Like,
Yeah,
and that was
internally
Israel's thing is like, hey, it's collapsing. Now's the best time to attack. It's like, or
just wait.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
their
all this
economy
is-
was in free fall. The regime was in free fall. It was
Now their economy's no better, but the regime has like is reinvigorated. in
Yes.
this, right. They
Yeah.
survived it, and the problem is, the pragmatists used to be more sympathetic to the things that the U.S. wanted, and now the pragmatists are like, no, we're getting fucking attacked every time we try to get into a negotiation with them. So now
Right.
the pragmatists are closer to the hardliners.
Yes.
So like it's narrowed them more towards the principalist.
And the more
fundamentalist
leaders
side.
we kill, the more hardliners rise. That's
Fair.
all. That's
yeah. Good point. Can I give you a little bit of a pop quiz?
Sure.
It's only one question, but am I talking about the United States or am I talking about Iran?
Okay.
They only have 6 months of cash left.
Oh, that's got to be the U.S.
It's Iran.
It's Iran. Okay.
Yeah, it's Iran. Now, see, the problem is with us, it doesn't matter. We just,
We just keep printing
print
money.
it. Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So if you don't count for the fact that they're getting Chinese advance payments, basically to keep,
They're getting payday advances from China.
basically. And they're getting payments outside of the SWIFT system. I swear to God, Alan. Yeah, Alan, we got to build a ballroom so they don't have to listen to your dog.
I don't know why. Okay. Yeah.
You know what? You know what helps wwhenever a dog behaves poorly? Give them treats. They'll never do it again. Just give
they
her a
don't
piece
learn
of
that
cheese.
behavior, right?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't know if that's been on the air. I think after the show, Alan's like, yeah, every time she does that, I give her a piece of cheese, and I just ran out of cheese. It's like, well, I think I know why she keeps barking during the show, but I've never trained a husky before. What would I know? All right. So not accounting for the fact that China's giving them money outside of the SWIFT system, they only have like 45 to 60 days worth of cash on hand. But because of what they're getting, they're saying, I think on the low end, they have at least 6 months of cash when you count for advances that they're getting from China. Because
so they can pay their military.
Yeah, exactly. Right,
Okay,
right. The people will starve. The people will suffer, but the people that, keep the
People with the
power,
guns get paid.
Yes, right,
Okay.
right. And that's why you're seeing like 34 ships of oil that have already been received by India to prevent India and Chinese economy from collapsing is all what's doing that. So do you have 6 months of cash on hand though?
No,
I don't.
I do not.
Now, I want you to look at the calendar in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
What is 6 months from now?
Like
And
November.
Tell me what you think people 6 months from now are going to be okay with $9 gas or not.
When they're buying Christmas presents, I don't
Yeah.
think so. No.
There's another thing that's happening in November, ding dong.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
I swear to fucking God. I mean, like,
Oh, there's also an election. There's also
yes, God, yes. So people are going to have $9 gas and they're just like, but if we just do this a little bit longer, Iran's really going to collapse this time. We
Yeah,
just
I
gotta
don't think that's
choke 'em
gonna
out
sell.
this time. I'll just have $9 gas until then. No big deal. Gas went down to like $3.50 here and it was back up to $4 again this morning.
Oh, I'm paying $5 here.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So, and think of it this way too. Like, if in 6 months from now, if they have 6 months worth of money, but right now we know, because we talked about it in our last show, that they have 60% of their weapons still, right?
Mm-hmm. Could be 70 if they recover enough. Yeah.
6, 7.
Yeah. 6, 7. Yeah.
What happens 5.5 months from now when they're going to run out of money, but they still have 60% of their weapons?
I imagine they use them.
I would imagine, right? Like, what
Yeah.
about the world's greatest sponsor of terror doesn't use those weapons when they're pushed into a corner? So, like, I just don't know. How does that affect the midterms? I don't know. Does it create a rally around the flag if they do something horrific? Or do we say, why are we struggling to, like, afford living? Because it's not just that gas costs that much. It's that the price of goods goes up because of the cost for diesel.
I don't think we've seen the rally around the flag that we saw after things like 9/11 here. Like, it hasn't happened, and I don't
Right.
think it will. I don't.
No. I think you're right. Some other things on this subject. So, like, when we talk about the negotiations, Trump wants his big thing is he wants them to not have nuclear weapons. Now, I say that because he doesn't say, I need one thing. This is our goal. He says 3 different things he rotates between, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow the trade war shows up in the middle of it too for no reason. But the Supreme Court didn't make me what? Okay. So, he it sounds like the number that he's willing to set on, short of never having nukes, is 20 years. I think in his mind, there is even, and he thinks he'll live forever. I think that 20 years is still past where he will live. So I think he'll take 20 as forever. I think Iran should do it. Just like I don't want Iran to do well in this scenario, the government of Iran. I want the people of Iran to be free. I want this war to be over, and I want us both to not have to suffer for it. But I think Iran should take that deal. I think they should take whatever deal the U.S. says for 20 years, because Iran's got their nuclear facilities are damaged, right? Like those facilities are, by nature of being destructed, unable to enrich uranium. So just take the deal and then rebuild your facilities. And then once they're up and running, you can just tear up the deal the way Donald Trump did with the deal that he made with them. And in the meantime, you got to, build your, I hate to give them advice, but I think that would be a good way to just use this. And he'll be out of office by then.
I feel like that's actually kind of where we are. If you paid attention to like what Iran is sort of saying, although
I'm not paying attention.
No, I'm just saying. Like if you're listening to what they're saying, I think the reason they're willing to come to the table is because they understand that effect, right?
Right. That's the same reason they want to talk to Vance too,
right? But so the whole criticism of the JCPOA was that it didn't last long enough, right? That was Trump's criticism, and I think that his major concern here is coming away with something that doesn't look like JCPOA Part Do, right? Like he wants it to be different,
like Hot Shots Part Do.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Like he doesn't the criticism that he would get from his base, or at least the political class of his base, would be like, you just signed the same thing that you criticized for a decade that Obama signed.
Yeah, but
right?
if he did, he could say, yes, but unlike Obama, I bombed the shit out of Iran.
Right.
And they don't have a Navy anymore.
Right. And also, it didn't last for...
Do you see what I'm saying? You could fucking sell this.
You can.
Like, you could take the same exact deal and say, plus I bombed the fuck out of them.
And you could say it's going to last for 20 years knowing it's not. Like, you could... Because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, like, so like if Trump could have one win in this, it would be to get rid of the uranium, right? Like have some deal where that happens, where there's no uranium, get the uranium. So like he might have to give concessions to get that. I would have no problem settling on that and accepting that. And if I would, then MAGA should. So, and luckily it seems that the generals in Iran seem to be okay with the American contractors being part of the rebuild. I don't know if you've seen any of that reporting, but they seem to be somewhat open to that, which is bizarre to me. But
it's quite the shift. Yes.
So Trump doesn't want to give them cash. I think he wants to give them Bitcoin, like I said, or Trump coin. But no matter what, you're going to end up with a worse deal, because we spent, even though everything we just said about how that could be a good spin on it, we ended up spending $60 billion or however much it cost us for that, 3-4 weeks of bombing campaign that we went through before this fake ceasefire. Not to mention it depleted our readiness, and we lost, we lost Patriot battery systems.
A shit ton of missiles that we would need, especially if China attacks Taiwan.
Yes.
But yeah, it's.
I don't think defending Taiwan is on the table anymore. After
I don't think it is either.
After what we did,
I don't think it is either. But
what do you think? Okay, go ahead. I thought you had something. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just to none of this was necessary. None of this needed to happen. But here we are. Like you could go back 10 weeks and just not do this.
Yeah.
And
we're in week 9, by the way.
None of this is here. There is no closure of the Strait of Hormuz, and now we're going to send them $20 billion to open the Strait of Hormuz, or we're going to negotiate other terms that would never have been on the table prior to this fucking stupid ass war.
That's why we need to not have idiots like this attempted assassin killing the president. Like, he is a fucking liability for them. As long as he keeps getting us into situations like this, it continues to undermine the existence of MAGA long term.
Especially since the whole inception of that movement was antithetical to this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What do you think is more likely? That money runs out and there's regime change? That there's a palace coup by the pragmatists? The Saudis and Emiratis kind of get involved and force something? Or China leans in on them? And
Saudis, Emiratis, I think, is most likely. A palace coup would be fantastic, although I don't know that it would necessarily be better.
It's hard to imagine the pragmatists really standing up for that. Yeah.
No, I think it's more likely that we see people in the region say, look, we got to fucking calm this shit down because we're losing a shit ton of money. We're hemorrhaging over here.
Who just got out of OPEC? Was it
the Saudis, I think. Was it Emirates or Saudis? One of them just got out. It's in the headlines.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means effective-wise or what their motivation is. We can say for the headlines. I don't have to know it now.
Okay.
I had another thought on this. Did you say, I think this was 3 days ago, Trump said that in 3 days the Iranian pipelines are going to explode?
Yeah.
He said that because they're filled with oil and the pressure is going to keep building and they don't know how to turn off.
They can't.
They don't know how to turn off production, and it's going to cause their pipes to explode. Now, he doesn't strike me as someone who reads Tom Clancy novels, but I'm guessing someone in the administration has read Red Storm Rising, which literally the opening scene from that book is that happening.
That's the plot. I haven't read that book, so
it's the opening. Yeah.
That's very good.
Also, oil analysts say this is ridiculous and laughable because, yes, Iran knows how to shut down.
They know how to turn off wells.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's fantastic.
I think one other miscellaneous note I had in here, I almost forgot. So one resolution to the uranium is Russia is suggesting that they can go in and guarantee the removal of the uranium, which, I mean, what harm is it that Russia gets it? It just seems really weird to think that we're like, oh, everything's fine. Russia got it. And I trust them.
Yeah, but they already have a shit ton. It's not like they're just going to put more on
that's why I'm
the
saying I
pile.
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even good. It's Iranian uranium. Who cares, right?
It's not even the good shit. Yeah.
It's not even
they got
good
way
shit.
better stuff.
Uranium. I can't even read that. I don't think that in the long run. Oh man, we're ready to go to half. How about that? Alan?
That is something.
I don't think that in the long run, either the shooting story that we're going to get to on the second half, or even Iran stays in the media coverage because I think at the end of the day, man, people are just struggling financially, and I think this administration is just failing to address that, and all they're doing is one distraction after another, and sometimes they get handed to them by radicals on one side of the spectrum or the other. But I think that at the end of the day, people can't afford to exist.
Yeah.
And nobody's getting over the fact that there seems to be pretty solid evidence that the president was involved in Jeffrey Epstein's shenanigans. And that stuff's going to just no matter what you do, that's still there. That just doesn't go away.
No, I agree 100%.
This is normally where I have a joke to go to half, and somehow I thought that was going to be that, which it clearly wasn't. Let's go to half. I'm going to go refill my cup, and I will be right back, sir. See you shortly.
All right.
Cheers.
See you shortly.
Now.
This is the B-side of our platter, sports fans. And I'm singing just for you, covered in sequins.
In the canyons of your mind, I will wander through your brain to the ventricles of your heart, my dear. I'm in love with you again. Cross the mountains of your chest. Through the holes in your string band.
Oh, the French.
No, the wife.
Oh, you didn't lock her out again, did you?
No, but
That's an
I told
improvement.
her I'm hungry for dinner. And I said I would like to have dinner when I go to half. I realized how spoiled I sound. My tone of voice probably just sounds like a fucking brat that doesn't know how to cook for himself. So I'll stop.
And she didn't make you any
She
mac
didn't
and
make
cheese?
me any dinner. Yeah,
Oh.
so now I got to eat Chex Mix on the mic.
Well, these things happen.
I'll mute it. Yeah.
I thought she went to see a burlesque show or Bible
No,
camp.
it's Tuesday. It was Wednesdays.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
You know what drives me crazy? Not that. Not
Do
that.
tell.
Oh. Remember that Fine Young Cannibal song?
Yes, I
Drives
do.
me crazy. They only had 2 really good songs, but those were some really good songs.
Those are good. Yeah.
Well, and 3. Doop 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 doop.
What drives you crazy? Is it big butts?
Yeah.
You can't. lie.
You know what? Speaking of big butts, yes, Trump can just fall asleep on camera in a meeting, but Sleepy Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Sleepy
Yeah,
Joe's,
it is.
That's, he fell asleep last week, right?
He's fallen asleep
That
multiple
was a
times.
real long. Yeah, but he does it like on camera, where he's in the middle
Yeah.
of the shot. It's not like he's over here and they like pan over and catch him. It's like he's like, let me make sure I'm right in the center, and there's people standing around behind me, and he just goes.
Yeah. And then he just says he's resting his eyes because he gets bored.
It's a real long blink.
It's
Yeah.
very obvious what's happening, and it is an interesting double standard, I suppose.
You got to pat for me while I chew these crunchy
Oh.
Chex Mix.
I mean, these double standards aren't new. Like
Yeah, I know.
Obama wearing that tan suit, that was a fucking huge thing. And then
Right,
like,
and then Trump wears like a hat to a dignified transfer.
right, and
Nobody
yeah,
cares.
nobody cares. Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Yep. So I think the way that I want to handle this, we're going to talk about the shooting that took place at the Hilton. At the.
You mean where the FBI agent got shot by the other FBI agent? That one?
It's one of my notes.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it was a question more than anything that I had was, yeah, like, yeah. But I'd like to get
Let's
into
do it
more
linearly.
before we-
Yes.
We're not doing it linearly. So I have a way that I would like to do this, and you do your show, right? You do your headline show? I'm pretty sure, right? Because I take the time to do this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I don't just read your headlines out of order, do I?
I wrote it.
I mean, look, Alan, these have bullet points so that I can remember to say the things that I would like to get to.
Right.
And-
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay, got
Fucking
it.
hell, man. That's twice, by the way, in one episode. God. Ballroom. So there was. I mean, now I'm fucking lost, man. Like, I don't know. I'm a little out of it now. So forgive me. Part of it is like this cold, right? So I'm very easily distractible with my head cold situation. So I want to read through some breaking courtroom drama that took place today.
What is
so
this?
The national. So going into last week, there had been several cases where the judges judges involved with Trump trying to build the ballroom stopped him from being able to build the ballroom for, like, saying that you need to go through the normal channels in the way of doing this.
Right.
It's got to be approved by Congress, things like that, right?
Yes.
And he wanted to hurry up and have it done. And they're like, your excuses for why you have to do it in a hurry aren't good enough. And what's really happened is this National Trust for Historic Preservation is a separate entity, and they sued to prevent them from being able to move forward with their construction. And the judge said, yeah, they have a valid case. And now the Trump administration basically wrote a Truth Central post, wait until you see the way this is worded after the shooting, because everything after the shooting. So after the shooting, the White House has like a text thread with like 100 or so MAGA influencers, and they sent out to all of them, get on topic about the ballroom. You know, this would have never happened if Trump was in his ballroom. If he had his ballroom, and that's why you started seeing like the Laura Loomers and the Ben Shapiro's. I don't know. I'm just naming MAGA influencers.
They sent out the talking points for their
and they all stuck to it, saying, and that's why we need to get a ballroom so that I don't have to listen to Alan's dog. And you know the shooting would never happen if it was a ballroom. Is the idea, right? Well, so this is the administration submitted a request to have the National Trust for Historic Preservation remove or have their lawsuits has created a pause in the construction removed, right? And this is how it's worded: the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Tell me that. When I read this out loud, there are some capitalizations, there are some parentheses, there are some commas and run-on sentences. There are no exclamation points, though. But it sounds like a Truth Central post. The National Trust for Historic Preservation is a beautiful name, but even their name is, all caps, fake. Just like Trump wrote this. Because when they add the words "in the United States" to the National Trust for Historic Preservation, it makes it sound like a government agency, which it is not. One sentence. That was all one sentence.
Wow.
In fact, the United States refused to continue funding in 2005 because they strongly disagreed with their mission and objectives. Oh, what, the Bush administration? They are very bad for our country. Short sentence.
Yeah.
They stop many projects that are worthy and hurt many others. In this case, they are trying to stop one that's vital to our national security and safety of presidents of the United States, the band, both current and future, their families, staff, and cabinet members. They are asked by the military not to bring the suit because of the top secret nature of the important facility. And on and on and on. Oh, wait. But this did not deter them because they suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, commonly referred to as TDS, as noted by Democrat Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, and are represented by the lawyer for Barack Hussein Obama, Gregory Craig. I don't like Greg Craig. That's a weird name. The lower section of the building will not work without the upper section, and likewise, the upper section of the building does not work without the lower. Fuck, dude. This is written by DOJ lawyers. Like, DOJ lawyers ostensibly said they wrote this, but this was clearly drafted by the president, right? Like,
clearly, or people around him. Yeah.
Like, is the issue really that this is 6 pages? I'm not going to read through all of it, but I encourage everyone to read it. You can get through it really quick. It says it's 9 pages, but there's extra stuff on it that you really only have to read like 6 pages of this. But like, is the issue really that they need to have a secure venue to hold large events in DC so that something like what happened on Saturday wouldn't happen, and that no such event venue exists? Really?
That is what they're purporting. I don't think that's true, but
like the only way they could ever have a large venue in the city of DC, Washington, our nation's capital, is to build a special ballroom for the president. You can't possibly have a secure venue in any other way. Because that's honestly a pretty embarrassing thing to say on our 250th anniversary.
It really
on
is.
the 250th anniversary, you're like, we don't even have a building to have a
we should have fixed that during Infrastructure Week, probably.
Yeah. So all these bridges, right? Like, I mean, and also like, hey, here's an idea. Maybe hold it anywhere other than the DC Hilton. Like, the DC Hilton is famously known as the Hinckley Hilton.
Yes.
I'll let Alan explain to you. I refuse to explain why it's called the Hinckley Hilton. Alan, please.
The Reagan assassination attempt was attempted as he was coming out of the Hilton. Yes, the same.
And you know what's crazy about that? Is that led to gun control.
Yeah.
Like, that's when Brady got shot, right? And the Secret Service agent, right?
Yes, yeah, but there was.
I think so, right?
I mean, Reagan was already doing gun control before that because
all I'm saying is the president got shot at. And it led to major gun control. And like, nobody's saying shit. Have you heard anybody say shit about gun control after the shooting? Honestly, it kind of tells on the left a little bit that they're like, well, in this case, like,
we wish she got closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like Reagan was doing gun control in California after the Black Panthers.
Yes, right. Gun control.
And so he just took
all of a sudden these blacks are showing up with shotguns in public.
He just took that to the White House and continued to do that. This was an excuse to do it, which is very, very strange because he's such a hero of the far right. But
yeah.
different
exactly.
story. Yeah.
But I just think that in this instance, it is bizarre that the president got shot at, and nobody's talking about the fact that there's
The
access
president
to
didn't
guns
get
and
shot
everything.
at, by the way.
Yeah,
He
that's a
didn't
good
get
point.
to the
As
president.
far as we know, Secret Service wasn't shot at either. Let's talk about that, because I don't really have much of an agenda to this one, other than you just not interrupting me while I'm trying to set up the fucking subject. So, like, we'll talk about what happened. Like, to the two people that don't know, like, I don't want to spend too much time talking about what happened, because I think people have already heard that. But like, we need to establish that so that we can spin off into our different conversations.
Okay, so this guy from Torrance, California, had issues with Trump.
Teacher of the year.
Yeah, he took a train to Chicago, and then from Chicago to D.C. He got a hotel room at the hotel that he knew the president was going to be at this ballroom for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and then he bum rushed essentially the security, and he got through like the first line, and then he was tackled and taken down.
And it's worth explaining that was a floor above the ballroom is actually in the basement of the
Right.
Hinckley Hilton, and this was on the floor above the basement.
Right. So he didn't get anywhere actually near the event.
Go ahead.
Secret Service agents fired at him and missed. But he did fall, and they were able to tackle
some Secret
him.
Service agent got shot, so I'm guessing it was friendly fire, and nobody's talking about that.
Yep.
I mean,
He got shot. It was
Blanche
caught in
was
the
asked
vest,
about
so it
it.
didn't-
Blanche was like, "We don't know where all the bullets are. Sometimes when bullets are fired indoors, you don't really find out where they go." It's like, what?
It hit him in the vest. Like, they have to have the ballistics to know where that bullet came
Which
from. They
round-
just don't
whose
want
round
to
that
tell
was.
us.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that they're not telling us tells us it, right?
It's also like I'm sure all of you listening have seen the video of this, but
Yes.
it's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, they get Vance
The
out
way he
first.
Naruto run. Oh, you mean the inside the
Inside.
venue?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. They get Vance out first, and then they get Trump, which is like, who's the primary here?
Right.
Like, it
yeah, they
seems
pull
strange.
Vance out and then they cover Trump.
Right. And then, like, fucking Patel is in there. Like, it's very strange.
Cash
it's-
Patel afterwards is just like hanging out on the street, like not
Right.
doing FBI things, like trying to pick up an Uber or
I
something.
don't- If I wanted to be a conspiracy theorist, I mean, this is one you could be like.
I mean, there's
this
plenty
looks
of questions.
staged as fuck.
Like, I mean, I think the initial question does lead us into things that we can talk about, right? So
Sure.
you can ask what I asked initially is like, how does somebody with a shotgun and a handgun get
Right.
inside the venue where the president's at? And I think we talked about that a little bit already, right? Like he kind of didn't. Like, you could say security worked, right?
It
like,
did. Yeah, there's
security-
layers, and the first layer works.
It's like onions.
Yeah.
And, but at the same time, I mean, like, people say things like the Secret Service job isn't to protect the building or its lobby. The Secret Service job is to protect the president.
Right.
That feels like a flaw that could easily be exploited. Did you know there's a parking garage below that ballroom?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm sure that there's ways of making sure that, you don't put a car bomb under there. I'm just saying, though, like,
Well, I mean, Cole Allen, who is the person, which by the
spells
way,
his name wrong. He doesn't spell Allen like you.
I know he's making Allens look bad, but at least it's the wrong Allens. He said, in his sort of manifesto or whatever, that he thought like the security would be pretty easy to get past. Like, he was like, "There's
Well, at
really-
first, he thought they would be more existent, and he can't
Right.
believe that they're so lax, is what he
right,
said.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah."
And well, so let's talk about that actually, because I think that leads to one of the big things that everybody's talking about is like the manifesto, right?
Mm-hmm.
The manifesto itself. Actually, I have a clip. I have one clip. So this
Okay.
clip will set that up fine, and then it will give us an opportunity to talk about it. So this is talking about left-wing violence, and I have some thoughts on this.
The likelier that system of government becomes, which would be very bad for America. And just one parting thought, this is perhaps another reminder to everyone to dial down the rhetoric about American democracy being in existential peril. We at The Economist tend to be pretty careful with how we use our words, and I think that's a good thing.
So basically,
Thank you very much for talking to me.
Thanks, Rosie.
All right. How much longer did that go? So basically, The Economist's take is that it's public media's fault. It's the public and the media's fault for saying that Trump's an existential threat to our democracy. I mean, he fucking is. Like, I don't think that identifying that, and like, if you look at the manifesto, it's kind of worrisome to me that the shooter sounded very similar to things that some of your favorite podcast hosts maybe said frequently. Like he actually had the courage of his convictions to embody the Ben Franklin quote that was basically like, well, when they were trying to ratify whether impeachment was going to be a part of the Constitution, Ben Franklin convinced his fellow voters by saying, like, look, if we don't have Congress give them the ability to impeach the president, then someone's just going to kill him. And, well, they aren't impeaching a rapist, pedophile, traitor. So I think you should at best impeach him. And I think that by nature, going into a public room like this and attempting to kill a bunch of people is definitionally insane, despite very sane wording of his manifesto, right? Because that's the thing, is people keep talking about how like this manifesto is written so normally. He's like talking about all these things that people complain about online when they talk about the president. Sure, but he still went and did the crazy thing. Like yeah, he said he identified the thing that we all complain about, and he just happened to go further with it. It's normie rhetoric. It's not normie behavior.
Yeah. I mean, we talk on the show a lot about how like politics is the last line of defense before violence, right? That is the way we, in a civilized society, like work things out so it doesn't end up in assassinations or war or whatever, civil war, whatever the case might be. And I think this is in another exhibit of that. And it is a result of the political system not functioning. And it's only getting worse, and we're seeing more and more of it. Now, I mean, the critique that like this is the most violent that America has ever been politically is just obviously not true. Like
nobody's saying that though.
People are saying that.
No, people aren't saying that. People are saying that this is there's been more attempts at this president. That people aren't saying that. Nobody serious has said that. Who said that?
Okay, all right. I don't know. People.
Okay, well, send me clips. Like I haven't heard anybody saying this is the. All I've ever heard is people saying like, no, this is not the most violent that this country's ever been. I mean, 1960s
but they're saying that because they're responding to people saying that they're.
Yeah, you know what? If that is happening, you know what? I'm not surprised that people don't know their history. It's very recent.
Okay,
history.
fair. Yeah,
the end of the 60s is still a very
definitely.
Like, you know, the movie One Battle After Another, which Alan still hasn't watched. It's a reference to it's almost like a nostalgia to a prior time where there were those types of things. It's not a real thing. Like it's not and it also doesn't glorify the violence. People mistake that from that movie. There's consequences to all the violence in that movie, but we're neither here nor there. The thing that pissed me off was how people keep trying to say that there's left-wing violence. So you're saying a rise in violence in general. What I get upset about is how they're like, there's been a rise in left-wing violence, or people on the left are justifying violence. First of all, I don't think it's inappropriate to say that the president seems to be a pedophile, rapist, traitor, or rapist, pedophile, traitor. I don't remember the order that he said it in.
Sure. Either one of those works. Yeah.
In his manifesto. But the fact that that is the party that is in power and not holding their leader accountable is why you're seeing violence towards the person from people that feel like they don't have any other way to express themselves. I can say without condoning it, right? But I don't know, man. Like I've heard nothing but people on the left and independents like me kind of like weave through that minefield to be able to say that exactly right without sounding like they're condoning it. But I will say the most fucked up shit that I've seen in the last few months regarding political violence has come from the people that immediately justified the shooting of a woman 3 times in the face in a minivan and disarming a man and then shooting him 10 or 15 times in the back. And I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about people I know in person. When I told them about this first, before they found out it from anywhere else, going, well, I don't know, man. I mean, she must have been driving towards him, you know?
Right.
Like that.
He must have been pulling his gun. Yeah.
Right. And I got to give Bull Moose credit here because, unless I've missed it, out of all the Red Hat shit posters, I haven't seen him calling out left-wing instigators talk like that online at all. And probably because he recognizes his own proclivities. Like he's the one out here saying all the lefties need to be hung and murdered and stuff like that. So yeah.
I mean, I think about like Stephen Miller after the Charlie Kirk assassination and how he was going to go after all these so-called institutions on the left that were promoting this violence. And they don't exist. They're a mirage. They're not there. And if they were there, he would have found them by now, I imagine. It's all bullshit. Like,
well, and like, I don't have to play this Nick Fuentes. I found a Nick Fuentes clip right before we did the show of him basically saying what I just said about how the right is actually being more of an instigator of violence. I was like,
interesting.
This is weird. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, I do actually. Okay.
I would say, and maybe this is a good segue, let's say, for example, people like to talk about the radicalization against the president. I don't actually think that's even valid anymore because the president himself is celebrating when people die. So how does that work? And I know that two wrongs don't make a right, and I know that doesn't rationalize or justify or make acceptable murder or an assassination, especially of the nation's leader. But you think about the kind of guy that Trump has become. He wasn't always like this. Maybe there were shades of this that had broken through. Maybe
we were trying to tell you.
Aspects of his personality shined through and surfaced at one time or another. But you have to admit, Trump is totally unhinged now.
All right, you get it. We don't have to give him more time.
Wow. Okay.
Was that enough?
That was enough.
Right?
That was enough. Okay.
But like, look, in regards to whole like left versus right violence, this is my take on this, is that like once you cross the line over to actual violence, I don't know why we keep track of whether it's left or right wing violence. It is a mentality to commit that kind of violence.
It's just violence
in public like that. You're going to go into a ballroom with a bunch of innocent people and you're just going to kill the president, the first lady, everybody on this list. Oddly, did you see that oddly on his list, he said like was not Kash Patel?
That is an odd, yeah.
Maybe he's on his way out. I don't know. But like, I didn't care for Charlie Kirk's fake I'm gonna have an open debate conversation thing because I saw the way that he was like really baiting people and then maybe you know, it was like a crowd work comic. I like that comparison. That said, I don't fucking care what the politics were of the guy that shot him. I don't care if they're aligned with me politically or not. Like it's fucked that you do that. Like you're like it is the wrong thing to do, right? And I would think that most Republicans would probably feel the same way I feel and wouldn't want to align politically with the shooter that killed Melissa Hortman in Minnesota. Right? Yeah. And there's plenty of red hats that do, just like there's probably plenty of people on the left that are going to Luigi Mangione this guy, but I think there'll be less than that. I don't think there'll be as much of that, right?
I don't think so. I don't think in this situation there's. Mangione's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I don't think like. I mean, I don't speak for the left, but no, I don't see that.
You know. So speaking of that guy though, not Mangione. What's his name again? Cole Allen.
Cole Allen. Yes.
So and his manifesto and that it was written so like normal language.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump did an interview with Nora O'Donnell, is that it?
I think that's right. Yeah.
On 60 Minutes, she read some of the manifesto to Trump, and this is his reaction. And when I first saw this, I sent it to the group chat. I was like, "Oh my God, we have a I am not a crook moment for this president."
We do.
The so-called manifesto is a stunning thing to read, Mr. President. He appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this quote: "Administration officials, they are targets." And he also wrote this: "I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes." What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
So the we're going to come back to play this because the whole point of this clip is her reaction there. But I just want to point out that the whole thing with I am not a crook is that he was a crook.
Right.
Okay. The whole thing with I did not have sexual relations with that woman is that he got head from Monica. Yes. Yeah. So I don't know this is the company you want, Alan. I mean, damn it. That you want. I don't think this is the company you want, Donald.
Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me.
Oh, chef's kiss. Like, because I didn't say that he said that about you. Like, no. Wow. Oh, you think? Can we just do it one more time?
Yeah, do it.
I love her reaction.
Yeah.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with...
That is a 10 out of 10.
You know, it's funny. I hear him say, I am not a pedophile. I am not a rapist. But he got called 3 things in that.
Oh, yeah. Pedophile, rapist, and what was the third one?
Appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this quote: "Administration officials, they are targets." And he also wrote this: I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands.
Traitor? I'm not a rapist or a pedophile. How dare you?
He forgot the traitor part.
I don't think he forgot.
You know,
man's passed several cognitive tests. I don't think he forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated. Your friends on the other side of the plate are the ones that were...
What?
Plate?
The other side of the plate?
Are we playing baseball? What's happening?
I don't know what that means, though. The other side of the plate. Are you the batter? So what?
I'm not
open
sure.
Space? Like I don't know either.
know.
involved with, let's say, Epstein or other things.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
But I said to myself, you know, I'll do this interview, and they'll probably. I read the manifesto. You know, he's a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President,
and I
these
was
are
never.
the gunman's words.
Excuse me.
It's like, Mr. President, I am not calling you this. Like,
I'm reading
You
the
shouldn't be
manifesto.
reading that on 60 Minutes.
So a lot of people are giving Trump credit. A lot of people are giving 60 Minutes credit for being CBS and owned by, or ran by Barry Weiss, owned by Larry and Barry, right? Larry Ellison, Barry Weiss, and being in the government's pocket, but still having the nerve to do this. I think this is all just cover, right? He has complete control over ABC to the point they're calling for Jimmy Kimmel to get fired over jokes he made 3 days before the shooting. If you don't know about that, we're not diving into that. That's a big story right now. Maybe it'll be in the headlines. So he's going after ABC. We know he's got ABC in his pocket. We know he's got NPR, PBS. Everybody's afraid of him. And then CBS, you know, they can come out and do some token, you know, tough guy stuff. But the whole time he knows that if he ever needs to, Larry and Barry will
100%. 100%.
This is just cosplaying. This is controlled opposition.
Yeah. This is the Hungarian model is what this is.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, I have a thought about the Hungarian model. Maybe I'll save it, though. Well, okay. So, like, if MAGA wants to turn to Orban for their blueprint, for how they want to, like, do Project 2025 and how they want to, you know, try to take over America the way that Orban did with Hungary, then independents and Democrats need to look to Hungary for their ways out of this, right? Because Hungary didn't defeat Orbanism by talking about him violating their norms.
No.
They beat Orbanism by talking about the 3 C's: costs, corruption, and chaos. And I'm tempted to say more because we say cunt in this house, or that's another C, but this is a grown-up show, Alan. We're adults.
Yes. Grown-up show.
That's just calm.
It's unfortunate that those are the 3 C's, but it's not that one. And there's another one.
I'm a cunt.
There we go. I was looking for that one. Okay. But the 3 C's are cost, corruption, and chaos, right? That by emphasizing those 3 C's, that's how Hungary defeat Orbanism. So if Democrats focus on those 3 things, cost, corruption, and chaos, and stop yelling about how, you know, Trump's violating all our norms and stuff like that. We know that. We know that's true. That didn't work. I mean, we knew that before he got elected, and it lost a popular election. So even by a popular majority. So there's just no, like, you don't need more proof that that's not going to be the thing that gets through, right? But if you keep message discipline, and talk about cost, corruption, and chaos, and them all being, he's causing chaos, right? He is causing by his executive orders and tweeting things around, and obviously the corruption like we've never seen, and the fact that we can't afford anything, right? And all the price of goods are going to go up because of the cost of diesel, because of the oil shortages, right? By a war of choice. The only problem is MAGA knows this too, so they're going to try to keep the ball on Trump. And because as long as they can keep it on like how wacky Trump is by some new scandal or something, then it'll force Dems to go and react to him shutting down a national park or, you know, using the National Guard for some reason. And that'll prevent us from talking about cost, corruption, and chaos. But that is what defeated Orbanism. And they're trying to use Orbanism to take over our government. Then we need to fight back with the method that we have seen works against their preferred weapon. Have I said that clearly?
Yeah, I think what happened in Hungary is a great example for how to defeat this sort of authoritarianism. And I mean, the thing with pushing through norms or destroying norms is like, I think people wanted that. Like they were tired of the norms, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that was the appeal, is that you would just fuck all the
And
norms.
that's part of the anti-incumbent bias too. That's where you get that marginal.
yeah.
The marginal people are anti-incumbent, and the people that are like, no, I want an outsider, I want somebody different, right? Yeah.
Right. This is where you get the Obama voter and the Trump voter, right? The same person.
Right.
But at some point, like, it does come down to, like, can you afford to feed your kids? Can you afford to pay your rent? And we're there now, I think. I mean, fuck, man, it's crazy. We went to sort of, you don't have to talk about grocery prices, but it's crazy. Like people are feeling the effects of all of this, the effects of the gas pump, the effects of the store, like all of that is definitely having an impact. And there's no way that you can just like ignore it. I know Trump, and Trump doesn't want to talk about any of that. He tries
it's not
to
going to
distract
get better.
all the
I mean, if
time.
Iran can't get strangled in this war, we've just established that earlier. They won't be able to be like truly choked out for at least 6 months. That's an election. Like, and Iran knows that, right? That's another part of it, right? Like your opponent knows that, and you don't know your opponent well enough, which is obvious, right? Something we skipped over earlier that I did want to say, a little scatterbrained on this. Remember when we were talking about security and you were like, this guy just bum rushed it? And well, what if it was more than one person? Because I mean, I wouldn't say it almost worked. He's definitely outnumbered, right?
Yeah.
But like, what if it was 10 people? Would it have gone the same way?
Like Area 51 style, like everybody.
Exactly. But like, would that have been? I mean, there certainly would have been more dead Secret Service agents, right, or fired upon, or. I mean, here's. I'm not saying that to be provocative. I'm saying this didn't prove that things are good. It proved that this worked today.
Yeah, for one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, there's flaws when you have large groups of people. People can't keep their mouths shut, and they may not all have the courage to actually follow through with it. But then also you have the issue of it being something like an Antifa or something organized. Something I didn't get to, actually, I've been meaning to talk about somewhere along the lines in this is, their reaction to people on the left and the rhetoric of like a very commonly said things in this man's social media posts, in his manifesto. That scares me because that leads to cracking down on that, which are very commonly said things, right? So almost like a Patriot Act type future from this, right? Yeah, I actually have a lot of anxiety about that. Like my concern is that people online that say things that are pretty fucking accurate, like rapist, pedophile, traitor, are going to be rounded up, especially if they repeat it 3 or 4 times on a podcast. But they never like. I mean, they never like to let a tragedy go to waste.
True. That is true.
And then, like, see, the thing is, people just want to be able to work backwards from an event to what the person's words were that led to it, and treat that as a predictive model, and then apply that through like a search or a crackdown. Right. Can you say that differently? I don't know how to say. I've tried to say that.
So you take the event that happened and then you say, like, well, what did they say before this? What did they do before this? What did they post on social media? And then, like, oh, clearly this is the thing that catalyzed that event, right?
Right. Yeah. And we don't know if he's had any interactions with law enforcement yet. It appears not.
We don't know.
Although he was in a video with Usha Vance. Did you see that?
No. He was...
yeah. So he was in this video because he went to Caltech. So he was doing this, like...
Right. Smart guy, by all accounts.
Yeah, so he's just something on like a wheelchair, like a brake system. And then the next person in this interview, we don't have to be able to hear it, but then one of the next people in this shot is Usha Vance at the same like convention. But again, like, you know.
Did she go to Caltech?
No, but she
was at Yale, right?
Perhaps. I don't think she did, though. No, but remember, we went to high school together in San Diego. So
I do remember that. Yeah.
That could be why. There she is. There's the vice president's
there she
wife.
is.
Yeah. Wow, with a sign saying small circle, which is just small world, right? So who do you think shot the Secret Service agent? Because I didn't see him fire any guns in that video.
Neither did I.
I also didn't see a shotgun. They're saying he had a shotgun. People who do video analysis are like, you can see he had a shotgun in his hand. I'm like, where?
Oh, I didn't go that deep.
I don't see any guns in his hand. You'd think if you're going to like rush through, you're going to be using your guns when you're doing that.
You would think that, yeah. I think it was friendly fire. I don't think he shot.
I think so too. And like, you know, we did cover that, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a while ago. You saw the video, Carolyn Levitt saying that shots will be fired. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's just a funny coincidence. Do you know who the designated survivor was? So describe what I'm
no.
talking about to anybody who doesn't know what that means.
So,
why
like,
is
if-
that a question in this incident?
So, like, if like a bunch of people in the cabinet get killed, like
No,
there's
but
a
why does
person-
that matter in this question?
So they
Because
take
they
one
were
of-
all there.
They were so they put one person.
No, I know, but I'm saying in the case of why I'm asking you this is because they are all fucking there, and that's
Right.
really weird that they would all be at this thing.
So
Like-
who was the designated survivor? I don't know
So
this.
okay, so yes, they had the president, the vice president, the speaker of the house was there.
Right. Yeah, Big Mike.
Chuck Grassley, the pro tempore of the Senate.
He was the DS.
297-year-old Chuck Grassley. Alan, I'm going to say two words to you.
Okay.
President Grassley. Write that down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Of all the DSs to choose. That's
yeah, you'd think it would be like not Patrick Duffy, Sean Duffy. They could add Sean Duffy.
Sure,
there.
Sean
Fuck
Duffy.
it, Patrick Duffy. Is Patrick Duffy alive?
the Secretary of Transportation and head of NASA could have
Right.
been fine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That would have been fine.
Duffy is still alive. Patrick Duffy's alive. His wife's
fucking-
dead. That's sad.
Wow.
Oh no, they got divorced.
Linda McMahon, I think, would have been a
Oh
better
yeah,
choice.
you could have Linda McMahon. Be- yes, yes. Oh, so many better options than Chuck Grassley. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Trump started breaking down like all the percentages of presidents who've ever been shot, and now he knows accurate percentages instead of when he talks about like healthcare costs and stuff like that.
Prescription drugs, yeah.
Prescription drug costs, yeah. I think these guys are going to lose their job. These are some Fox News correspondents. Let's transition into some best of the right clips.
Oh, all right.
Did you have more about this? I feel like there's
No.
a lot we didn't get to, but I don't know. What's the point? I stand by this, man. I don't fucking care that this happened. Like, okay, well, hold on. That's not necessarily the way I need that to be written down, transcribed by Palantir. But it's not remarkable that the president was involved with someone that wanted to kill him. This is now the third time that we know of that this has happened, right? They didn't get past security.
Yeah, I mean, it's
kind of just it's news because news was there.
It's the third time and probably the least likely to be successful time. And actually, no, the golf course one was maybe even less likely to be successful.
I don't think so.
No,
I mean, that took Secret Service seeing him from across the course. It wasn't like a sweep that caught that guy.
I don't know. Like, this is kind of a nothing burger.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we both hate that phrase too.
Yes.
Here are a couple of Fox News reporters that didn't know their mic was on, and this footage came out of them talking about how lax security was prior to the incident.
I love that they have like two random chicks holding the front door open. We're not even trying anymore. It's not even like, I just mean like they're not even like Secret Service people. It's like the girls who work here are holding the door. Even if it was the guys, it wouldn't even make it better. It's like she's fucking just like they might as well put a doorstop in. Like, they put up a doorstop and a scarecrow. Don't fuck with this guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're going to get fired.
Women are doorstops, apparently.
Yeah,
Guys
I said,
wouldn't
hey,
even have been
you know,
better.
I got to give him credit. He was like, I'm not being sexist. I'm saying even if it's a man, it's not, good enough.
It's not better.
The other guy was sexist. The other guy was like, yeah, where are the dudes at,
Jesus Christ. That's, wow.
And I had made a note to myself, was this the most attempted assassination president? And I don't know if it's the record, but Obama, there were 11 attempts on him. So let's not forget that, right? Not to mention the person that made it into the White House, right?
Yeah.
Who was guarding the door? It was a woman.
There was, political violence is not like a rare thing in this country. Like there was what was it, the Senate baseball game? There was,
Scalise got shot. That was when Scalise got shot.
Yeah. It's been all the way from the inception of this country has been this way.
So Trump wants to reschedule this.
Reschedule what?
He wants to have another correspondence
dinner?
Yeah.
Because it's his favorite thing. Yeah.
He wants to do it's not his favorite thing. This is the first one he's gone to as president.
Yes,
He's
I
been
know.
to them before famously, right? But he hasn't attended any of them. since he was in the White House. So this is the first one he went to, and he had a shitty, like a real mean speech he was ready to do, right?
He said he did, yeah.
And so like he wanted to do it that night, and they talked him out of it. He's like, well,
Right.
let me give my press conference. I'll at least give my speech there. He's like, okay, I'll be nice to you guys. But I mean, yeah, he wants to do it again because he just wants to give that speech. I think it's like if we paid Tony Hinchcliffe to write it, we got to be able to do it.
I paid him to write it. I have to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said if we do it again, there's not going to be any JD Vance there. You're going to make sure that the vice president's safe somewhere else.
Right.
Why do you think he said no Kash Patel on his hit list?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe he's a podcast bro. Like maybe he liked.
Maybe
he was a Rogan guy or something. I don't
know, man. That's all. I think that's all I have to say about that one. So let's move on.
Okay.
This is I have an echo from you. That's weird. So this go back a little bit in time. This is before the shooting. This was he was being asked questions about the renovations at the White House on that wall outside the Oval Office. Apparently, it has some new building materials on it. And he was asked about it. Before I play this clip, I just want to make a statement. It's not a surprise to say Trump is past his prime, right?
Not at all.
But what you should keep in mind, what that means is like me and you can still have moments where maybe on a really, really good day, we're still like as good ones as we ever were, to quote the late, great Toby Keith, right?
Sure. Okay.
But that is never going to happen to Trump. And every day that we see him is only going to be worse than the day before. So every day we see of him is his last best day.
Right. The slope is going down.
It's
There's
only
no
going
other-
down.
Yeah.
So here he is being asked a question about building materials.
I'm too late, pal. He likes me a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
I'll talk to
Keep it,
her.
guys.
Is there
Thank
a swimming
you, press.
pool?
Thank you, press.
Have you been in contact,
Thank you,
press?
press.
To be a swimming?
Thank you, press. Keep moving.
Not a swimming
Guys.
pool.
And
where did the granite come from?
Thank you, guys. From our
Guys, where did the granite come from?
Thank you, press.
It came from Italy.
From Italy. So it's Italian granite.
Well, it came from Italy. It was carved in Italy. It came from another location. You know where the location is? Africa.
So you have African and Italian granite outside the Oval Office.
Sir, please keep moving. Thank you.
I'm just asking.
Thank you, guys. Keep moving. Thank you.
That's weird, man. This is now if you notice, we're halfway through this video because there is something at the very end of this video.
Oh.
I hope you haven't seen. Have you seen this?
I have not seen this. No.
Okay, so the first half is notable. There's so much time in between. I think a lot of people don't know this part at the end. So first of all, I love it. It's like it's Italian granite. And you know where it was from?
Africa.
Where?
Africa. Yeah.
It's just so weird. What an unusual way to go about like the conversation, right?
Yeah,
it's Italian granite, but you know where it's from? It was carved in Italy. You know where it's from? No, where? Tell me. You know, like you want me to tell you? Yeah, tell me. Okay, I'll tell you. Like it's just weird. Like what a weird way to go about the conversation. Africa. So it's Italian and African granite. Yeah, is that okay? Just asking. It's weird. It's weird. It's not American. Okay, so the press gaggle is leaving the White House or the Oval Office. Stick with this. That's Trump. I could use a shit.
Was that what he said? He did say that.
Let me get rid. Okay.
It's his nickname.
Yeah.
I could use a shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe now. Maybe that got manipulated. I don't know. It was from Threads, which is it's the not Twitter version of Twitter. So
the most reliable version of the internet.
It's no Blue Sky. Which remember the shooter, alleged shooter, Alan. Attempted shooter. I don't think he ever shot. What do we even call this guy? He didn't shoot anybody.
He was a
attempted
bum rusher.
gunman.
Attempted
Okay.
gunman. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know what I was going to say. My brain doesn't work, Alan. I have a best of the left I've really been looking forward to. This is what you did your damnedest to ruin. So remember this guy from last week. See why I was mad at you so early on the show?
Okay. Yeah.
President is in a super bad mood because his polling is shit.
Oh, yeah, it is worth saying that Donald Trump's polling was a 60% disapproval rating, like 2 days before the assassination attempt. But
And he wants to fire everybody. And I'm just thinking...
Okay, I can't listen to this guy more than I have to. Where does it get to? The polling, the White House, Medal of Honor. There's a point where he says it, right?
I like how he's wearing his scrubs. It makes it seem more authentic.
Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so this clip doesn't talk about how the president's going to die, right?
Oh.
Because this is the day that he said the president was going to die.
Ah.
And he didn't die. And he's like, it's after lunch. The president's not dead.
So, White House. Give that son of a bitch a Medal of Honor.
He's just talking about anything other than the fact that he spent 5 days promising that that he knew that the president was going to die. Okay. But here's him the day after.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
Mea
wrong.
culpa.
It sucks. There's no way around it. I was just wrong about my prediction. Now, I still fully believe that my clinical impression of him is 100% correct. He definitely is a malignant narcissist with frontotemporal dementia who's in the middle of a narcissistic collapse. That's all still 100% true. And I think the big, beautiful obituary is still imminent. That hasn't changed. It's just my timeline is incorrect.
I mean, I've looked through these comments. I haven't seen anybody saying that he was off by 2 days. But he was saying it was going to happen on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the assassination attempt would have took place on Saturday. He's really fucking lucky that the guy didn't shoot him. But even more so, his followers are fucking stupid. Like, nobody in here is like, whoa, dude, you were off by 2 days. Like, here's one smart guy that says so close. But that's us.
Oh, that's none taken.
It's non-mistakums, yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty remarkable.
He didn't have to do that. Like,
Nope.
He didn't have to pick a day.
Yeah.
He could have just said, like, I feel like this guy's on a downward decline, and like I'm seeing this and this and this as evidence. That would have been fine.
I know.
Yeah.
Or at least leverage the fact that there was a shooting and be like, whoa, guys, I was off by a couple of days, but I told you this motherfucker
Also
isn't long
that.
for this world. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's in his credit that he's not leveraging that. That does make him not a completely disgusting person. I can't stand this guy, though.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah. You know what? You want to have a little bit of fun in the culture wars and see if let's
Yeah,
check on.
let's.
Okay, I got a button for that one of these days. Culture wars. Nope. Who knows where it is? I got it.
Man, I love trains.
Is that good enough, Alan?
Sure.
All right. So let's go over to the White House Media Offenders of the Week. Now,
Okay.
if you recall, for the longest time,
Yeah, it was the bomber.
it was Capitol Attack.
Yeah.
There was a video that started with Jake Tapper saying Capitol Attack, clearly finishing a sentence, right?
Right.
Yeah. And saying that the bomber was white and it was a picture of a black guy on the screen. Hilarious. Like what? Not, objectively? Objectively means like no question. Funny. Okay.
Objectively funny, yes.
Objectively funny.
Yes.
My brain's no good, Alan. So they said it was going to be Media Offender of the Week when they started doing this. They updated it 3 weeks in a row, and they kept that one there for like 5 months. And we had fun watching. And then we went to look at it last week, and they actually updated it. But then when we looked at what they were talking about and the one they updated it to, it was already 2 weeks old.
And it's just text.
It was just text. So what are they on to now? Look at that. CNN, New York Times, fake 10-point plan. So the same one. So their Media Offender of the Week is still just the same one from April 8th, which leads me to a little curiosity of, it did always seem weird to me. How that Jake Tapper clip showed up in the middle of a sentence, right?
Oh, so you want to see the before?
There's a reason for it.
Okay.
Welcome to the lead. I'm Jake Tapper. After nearly 5 years of investigation, the FBI finally announced that they had arrested a suspect accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters the night before the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack.
Uh-huh.
The night before.
They don't want to say January 6th. They don't want to say the January 6th. Yeah.
Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in...
Now, also in their defense, CNN did not overlay a picture of a black guy, which they had done on when we would play this, there was the picture of the guy.
Right.
2021 Capitol attack.
Yeah, dude, I think it's hilarious that they like right before, and they just cut it to Capitol attack.
That's very funny.
Yeah. They didn't want to say January 6th because it wasn't a Capitol attack.
That didn't happen. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, that was a tour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had to take the country back. But if they just say Capitol attack, obviously the bomber had some kind of a thing in mind.
Right.
Could have been on any day, and any
day.
No, pay no attention to that. It's the fact that he's a black guy and they said he's white. That's the real funny. Right? I mean, tell me, isn't that not all they're saying?
That's all they're saying, yeah.
So they're talking about their bullshit and their crimes and being like, look at these idiots. They got the skin color wrong.
Right, yes.
Okay. Right. And it's weird that their argument is they couldn't even get it right that it's a black guy. Because you know how, like, rare it is for people to blame a crime on a black guy. Like, I don't...
Yes, that's also true.
But in their world, white people are so oppressed, so they have to be like, look, it's another white guy getting blamed for something that a black guy did.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. People know I'm characterizing them, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to end the show. I got a little question for you.
Okay.
You want to learn something and have a little.
I
bit of
love
fun?
learning things.
Okay. What's the difference between Carl's Jr. and Hardee's?
Oh, it's like one's on the east side of the Mississippi.
You think it's like a Mississippi thing?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's mostly Carl's Jr. bought and merged with Hardee's, but Hardee's used to have like roast beef and like chicken nuggets and stuff,
like Arby's shit. Okay,
kind of. Yeah, they had a wider menu, and they merged in like '97.
Oh wow.
I thought it was earlier. I felt like the Hardee's Star existed earlier, but they matched the imaging and everything in '97, and that's because they had the $6 burgers, and then they changed them to thick burgers because $6 was not a deal anymore.
Right.
They're like, we're charging $8 for the $6 burger. You gotta call it a thick burger. So it was mostly the South and Midwest is Hardee's, but Carl's Jr. was the West Coast. Trivia question.
Okay.
Now, I know that me and you are not allowed to actually go to Mecca, right? Like we're not allowed within like the perimeter of it, right? Like you have to be a Muslim to go there, right?
Right.
Unless you have some kind of a secret faith I'm unfamiliar with.
No, I don't.
Okay. So me and you have no way of knowing other than going on Google Maps. But if you went on Google Maps, how many Hardee's would you guess are in Mecca within walking distance of the Kaaba?
Mecca?
Like within walking distance of the Kaaba?
2.
3.
There's 3?
There's 3. They're like, dude, pull it up here. I don't want to open Google Maps.
Fuck?
Yeah, there's 3. And Hardee's, not Carl's Jr. I don't know why on that one. I tried to get to the bottom of that one.
Are they what's that, the kosher for
I want to say Habib. That's not right. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Haram? No, not haram. No. Haram's the bad one, right? That's haram.
I think so.
I don't remember what that's called. DJ Khaled. Is it DJ Khaled?
Can you look it
Khaled? Up? Okay. You could look things up, right? Like I gotta land the plane. But yeah, God, it's like it's on all the carts in New York City.
Yeah.
What's kosher but for Muslims?
Right. Yeah, I'm almost there.
Okay, I have another question for you, so don't worry.
Oh, it's halal. I knew
I
this.
was really close.
You were close. I knew that.
I was pretty close.
Yeah.
So the fact that I had Mecca on the mind, Alan.
Okay, Mecca on the mind. All right.
And I was thinking about a sequel to a movie franchise that I think they've kind of lost their way, and they're really trying to like lean into like Universal's like monster universe. But I think that there could be a Godzilla sequel.
Okay.
And it'd have built-in viral marketing.
Do tell.
Instead of Mecha Godzilla, it's Mecha Godzilla.
Just the hyphen changes everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I like it.
You do?
I do.
Was the punchline on that just like staring you down? Just being like...
No, I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming.
Good. All right. Well, if you like this fine program and you'd like to support this fine program, you can join the Patreon over at nonetaken.horse. And we will be back tomorrow with some more dumb bullshit.
This concludes our broadcast day.
Have fun storming the castle.
Jeeves, bring me the battery acid.
It's not for women.
When a guy's banging you,
Y'all let me in his damn house.
oh, how about that?
Come in the name of peace.
LMFAO.
So what in the world is this?
Trump's pee-pee.
Why would you say something that stupid?
I come without explanations or solutions. I'm a very sexy lady, cat turd. I will not suffer this harlot.
How great! An anti-American Marxist!
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
Read the news.
China is asshole.
God bless the United States.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Podcasting.
I was ready for it that time. Drive safe, buddy.
Cheers. That was fun.
Cheers. Magadelinda Est. Stop.